back to the Bundren Lawn Care iRacing Series today. We're here for race number 3 out of 5 at Five Flags Speedway. So qualifying just ended. These drivers are ready to line up on the grid, and we'll get to your starting lineup in just a moment here. So Five Flags Speedway, very iconic track. It's the home of the Snowball Derby. As drivers will be gridding up here for the heat race. Only 10 drivers tonight, so only one heat race, but two 50-lap features will close us out tonight. As once they start rolling, that's when I'll start going over the starting lineup. So as they start gridding up, not much to talk about, as we got one new person in this race, and that is Jamie Wright in the 8. As he has not gridded into the race yet, apparently. There we go, let's get to your starting lineup. So on the pole, the man who's won the last 3 feature races, that is Sam Roshu in the 21. Right beside him, Blaze McKinney in the 87. Row number 2, Barrett Pulhemus in that 79. And to his outside, it looks like that's Ryan Hyatt. Row number 3, Glenn Bundren. Alongside him, Alexander Schumacher. And row number 4, Matt Cost and Riley Marabella. So as we go another lap under green, taking the 1 to go single this time by. This is just for heat race number 1. So Jamie Wright, the guy who's making his first start, looks like not racing in the heat. I think actually only 8 people in each heat, so he's probably put all by himself in the next heat, which they'll just probably quickly get that done. So there we go. Pace car down pit road. Sam Brochu is going to lead us to the green flag here in heat race number 1. Green flag. Brochu's going to lead lap 1, but Blaze McKinney tried to get underneath him there. Couldn't quite get down there. Side back here for 3rd. Glenn Bundren trying to make the pass on Barrett Pulhemus. So you see Riley Marabella, who started last in this heat, into 6th and trying to look for the top 5 on Ryan Hyatt. Oh, they make contact that hard into the wall goes Riley Marabella. So that's going to bring out the first caution. As it looked like he just got a bit tight underneath Ryan Hyatt, and yeah, his strong run there has come to an end early. Let's go back and see what happened. So here he is, battling Ryan Hyatt for 5th. Yeah, it looks like he just came up a little bit, and Ryan Hyatt hooked him. 63 also involved a little bit there. So that's going to end Riley Marabello's day, and he'll be starting in the back for the feature. As I believe Broshu's coming to the choose cone this time by. Ryan Hyatt also down pit road, and yes, there goes Broshu to the inside. So Ryan Hyatt has a lot of damage. He's actually got no front tire right now. So his day is going to be done as well. Just going to get prepared for the feature. Four cars inside, 2 cars outside. This pace car comes back down pit road. Green flag's back in the air. Sam Broshu with a nice jump. And we saw last week the outside lane was the preferred lane. Looks like the inside might be the preferred lane tonight, or today. As you see Barrett's trying to pass Blaze McKinney. Maybe not. The outside lane's really strong. As you see McKinney will clear. Now Glenn Bundren's to Barrett's outside. Not going to be able to make the pass, but now he's going to look inside. Here he comes down low. Side by side for third in heat number 1. Take that position away from Barrett. And Barrett looking back underneath. It's coming in 2 laps to go on this stage. Sam Broshu still leads. The battle for third is still on. And this is for that inside position for the feature. White flag for Sam Broshu in the 21. They're still side-by-side for third. It's going to be interesting to see who gets it. As Alexander Schumacher, he's coming up through the field to battle with these guys. Barrett might be clear. Maybe not. He's coming out of turn number 4. Broshu's going to win the heat, and out of turn number 4, it's going to be... I believe Barrett got Glenn at the line, so Barrett's going to start third in the feature. Glenn's going to start fourth. Take another look at that real quick. So slow motion. Right there, very close, just by a nose. The 79 beats the 37 there. Drivers get ready for feature number 1 of 2 tonight. Sam Broshu, your heat 1 winner and your only heat winner. So he's going to be starting on pole for this feature. Right beside him is Blaze McKinney, then it's Barrett Himis. Glenn Bundren. And row number 3 back there is Alexander Schumacher and Max Kost. And rounding out our field, Riley Marabello. Jamie Wright looks like he's not going to be racing. He's still in the garage. So maybe he'll come up for feature race number 2. Pace cars should be coming down this time by as they round out of turn number 3. Pace cars down pit road. Sam Broshu's going to lead us to the green, and green flags out here at 5 flags. again for that third spot. Barrett with clear the 37. And I heard it was Riley Morabella, Alexander Schumacher. Oh, Glynn very sideways in front of them, and he's going to spin. Somehow keeps it off the wall. Just got very loose on that inside lane. Might have gone down below the apron. That's what might have sent his car around. Let's go back and take a look. We're seeing him and Barrett battle hard all day, but yeah, just gets those tires below the apron. And around he goes. Surprisingly keeps it off the wall though. Oh, maybe just a tad bit, but it's not going to hurt him. We'll go on board. Gets his tires too far below that seam. And yeah, hit the wall a little bit, but I don't think it'll affect this car that much. So Glenn Bundren will bring out your first caution of the day, or of the feature. Already picked up 3 spots there. So we saw him coming through the field in the heat race and then unfortunately got involved in a wreck. So I think that 92, he'll be... Watch out for him here at the end of this feature. So 1 to go this time by. Brochu inside, McKinney outside. Everyone else splits behind him. So like I mentioned in the heat race, Sam Brochu has won the last 3 heat races. Whatever point system we're using for this series, he's definitely leading it. As the pace car is down pit road. Green flag back in the air. Brochu with a nice jump on that inside lane. Now. Actually, he wasn't in the top 5. That's for those 4. And how he sets his sights on Barrett in that 79. Oh, he gets a bit loose out of the corner. Here comes Alexander Schumacher back underneath him. Still trying to regroup a little bit from that wreck and heat race number 1. Currently in where he qualified for the heat and for the feature. Still a long way to go to make up all that time. Sam Brochu's pulling away from the field. He's pulled half a second on the 87. Now we got a battle for second. Barrett Bohemus underneath Blaze McKinney. Riley Marabello right behind Bohemus. Well, now Riley looking big inside move underneath Barrett. Barrett's going to shut the door, and that's going to allow Schumacher to make the pass underneath Riley Marabella. Glenn Bundren to the outside of Alexander Schumacher. Right in front of them, they're battling for second once again. Barrett trying to find a way around his 87. Looks like he might have him here. Ooh, a bit of contact. Shoves Blaze almost up into the wall, and yep, he passes him finally. New second place, new driver Barrett Polhemus, and as you see there, right behind them, Riley Marabella. Blaze McKinney's just gonna let him go. Big stack up back here. Blaze McKinney going to the outside of Alexander Schumacher. Still trying to get that pass and trying to get back into the top 5 after his earlier spin. Still trying to make that pass, and he finally does it for the top 5. And then we're going to set his sights on Blaze here. Barrett slowly reeling in the leader. Well, maybe not. And how about Randy Marabella, who started last? Now is up here in the podium spot and has pulled away from 4th place. I don't know what's up with Blaze McKinney in this race, but I don't know if he already pulled his tires, but he just seems very, very slow. He's already almost a second off Randy Marabella. Sam Brochu has so far led every lap. From the start of the heat to now, this 21 car has been out in front. It's actually been a lot longer. If you want to go back to last week, I'm pretty sure he got out somewhere with 14, 15 laps to go. Ever since then, this 21 has been leading. And so far keeping a nice gap over Barrett Polhemus. Not really gaining, but also not losing. Back here, I think Schumacher was trying to make the pass on Bundren. That's for 5th. But Glenn's gonna shut the door on him and just keep that 5th spot for right now. Ryan Hyatt's back right behind Schumacher. So here comes Schumacher again, trying to get underneath that 37. Just can't quite make the passes. Glenn gets very tight out of the corner. Schumacher still can't get underneath him. Now here comes that 68 once again. Just keeps getting the runs off the corners, but just can't seem to get past this 37. It's now Ryan Hyatt underneath Alexander Schumacher. Nice little shot from the gearbox of Glenn Bundren. Past halfway with 23 laps to go. Barrett's closed in a tad bit. He's about a half second away now from that 21. Don't know what happened to Riley Marabella. He's fallen off the back bumper of Barrett Polhemus and has allowed Blaze McKinney to close in. Blaze McKinney has slowly been pulling away from the field behind him. Slowly reeling in this 92. same spot by the end of this race. So they have a nice, almost 2-second gap over Bundren. As Sam Brosher, he pulled the wheel from Barrett Williams. Barrett's just trying to close in, but that 21 is so fast. Here comes Blaze, trying to get underneath Riley. Riley's going to hold him off the best he can. Back there, Ryan Hyatt, he makes the pass, or is trying to make the pass on Alexander Schumacher on the outside for 6th, and then 5th place is right in front of them. That's good. He hasn't really recovered well after his spin. Up here, this is the third. And Blaze McKinney's going to make the pass on Riley Marabello. Since I was back there watching 6th place, we'll go back and take a look at that and see how Blaze McKinney made the move. So we're going out of turn number 4. He gets a better run than the 92. And to the inside he goes. He actually stays side by side for quite a while. Blaze McKinney is going to eventually get the upper hand. I think next corner on Riley Marabello. Blaze McKinney up into 3rd. Barrett still 6/10 behind Sam Brosher. Don't think anyone's going to catch that 21. And somehow Schumacher has gotten in front of Glenn Bundren. Ryan Hyatt now makes the move. Go back and take a look at that, I guess. Looks like we're just going to get a little bit of a better run coming out of turn number 2. And makes the pass in turn number 4, so Alexander Schumacher up in the 5th. Less than 10 laps to go in feature number 1. And Schumacher has pulled away from the 37 and 88. And Sam Brosher now has a lead over, or now has a 1-second lead over Barrett. That traffic might play a factor. Next cost in that 63. Bit off the pace. It's Glenn Bundren and Ryan Hyatt. They're really the closest cars right now for 6th. Go way up the racetrack, get out of the 21's way. 5 laps to go in feature number 1. Been a very, very quick feature. 1 caution. And that 1 caution was for Glenn Bundren spinning earlier on lap number 3. So far, it's just been a dominated race by this 21 and a dominated season already. And we're only 3 races in. Probably could have won every single feature that we've had, but got wrecked late in feature 1 of the first race. forgot who won the feature. It was someone named Blaze. It wasn't Blaze McKinney. It was like Blaze, something like that. I can't remember. But he's the only other feature winner. All the 3 and soon before other features is about to be won by this man in the 21. Coming to the white flag this time by for Sam Brochu. Another dominating performance by this 21 team. Another fast 21 Chevy Camaro. And out of turn number 4, make it 4 in a row for the features. Sam Brochu wins it again. Barrett's going to come home second, and Blaze McKinney comes home third. So another dominating race by this 21. He'll probably just park it on the front stretch here. Pull in the podium finishers. Starting with third place finisher, which we'll wait on him. Blaze McKinney. Once he gets into a call. So we will pull Blaze McKinney in here, your third place finisher, and feature number 1. All right, Blaze, could you talk for a second?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay. So, Blaze, you kind of fell off there mid-race. I don't know if you were just trying to save tires or not, but you came back at the end to get a podium finish. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, the beginning of the race was weird. I don't know if I just couldn't get in my rhythm or what, but I couldn't drive for like the first like 15, 20 laps of the run. I fell way back, and I don't know if the car just didn't start working until halfway through the run, because then I started coming and I got by Riley pretty easily, and then I was catching Barrett at the end. If this race was probably like 10 laps longer, I probably could have got Barrett too. But I mean, I wasn't really trying to save. I mean, I was trying to maintain, but I didn't want to fall back that far. So hopefully the second race goes better, learn something, just to try to stay up in the front a little bit better, because I mean, the only way you're going to beat Sam is if you stay with him. So hopefully we can do better next time. But yeah, I mean, glad we got a podium though.
All right. Do you think you have a car that's capable of beating the 21 for this next feature?
I think if I can stay in my rhythm and stay with him the whole run, I think I can. It's just if I can. It's just that about this track, you got to stay in rhythm the whole race. Like, you can't slip up a little bit, or you're gonna lose a bunch of momentum, because this thing is all momentum, just with how the corners are and everything. So, just if I can stay smooth the whole run and not burn up the right front too bad, and hopefully we got a shot at him. I'm gonna try my best.
All right, thank you, Blaze. Congrats on your third place finish, and I'll see you in feature number 2.
Thank you.
So that was Blaze McKinney for you all. Now we'll pull in second place finisher Barrett Polhemus. All right, so your second place finisher Barrett in the 79, and pretty calm race for you. Had a little bit of a battle there with Blaze McKinney early in the race, but that's about it. Got up to second and just stayed in second. Caught Sam Brochu a little bit, but then fell off towards the end. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid race. Yeah, we had some good side-by-side battles, and yeah, and keep it clean was good. I just burnt my right front off quite a bit. So, yeah, Sam and I were comparing tire wear, and he had like 12% more than I did. So, yeah, there's the difference right there. So yeah, I just got to stay that right front a little bit more for the next race. But all in all, I mean, it was really solid. I didn't fall off near as bad as I did last week. So, yeah, this is an interesting track. Fun car to drive. Yeah, it was a good day.
All right. Do you have any tactics or plans to keep up with that 21 for feature number 2?
Well, with the invert, I'll be starting. Oh, actually, no. I'll be 4th. He'll be 5th. So as long as I get in line in front of him, then I think I'll be fine. But I don't know how that's gonna work. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll just see how it goes. We'll play it by ear. I'll try to stay the right front a little bit more. And yeah, we'll see where we fall.
All right. Thank you, Barrett. Congrats on your 2nd place in this feature, and see you in feature number 2.
Yep, thank you.
All right, and we will bring your race winner in, or feature number 1 winner in, and that's Sam Brochu. So, Sam, you do it again. Another dominating performance, led all 50 laps, and this is 4 features in a row you have won. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, no, I love Five Flags. This is like one of my favorite late model tracks. The supers are an absolute blast here. You just hang the right rear out to the wall, but in these cars, it's a little different. You can't really get it sideways. It more or less just slides. But, I mean, it was a solid race overall. I was just, again, disciplined to saving my tires. It's kind of difficult to save tires here in a way, especially in 3 and 4, because the way you drive it into the corner, the car just kind of sets odd in center and then kind of gives a little bit of extra rotation and get a little sideways out of the corner sometimes. But yeah, overall a good race. I thought there would be more battles, but we're gonna start 5th for feature number 2, so hopefully we can dig our way through the top 5 and go 5 in a row.
Yeah, instead of starting all the way in the back, you'll be starting 5th for feature number 2. So it's going to be a bit easier than last week to get through the field.
Oh, most definitely. Last week was kind of crazy, but you know, the guys in the top 5 are smart. I'm not really expecting to get doored or wrecked, and you know, as I say that, I'm probably going to get wrecked, but you know, they race smart, they race clean, so I'm just hoping for a good race.
All right, thank you, Sam. Congrats on your win, and I'll see you in feature number 2.
Yes, sir.
Very quiet. All right. So, I don't know if that's just my mic or if it's just me not talking. But we'll bring... Hold on, give me 1 second. It's probably my mic. I could turn that up a little bit. It's fine. All right, so I guess just for fun, while we wait for Glenn to set up feature number 2, we'll bring Alexander Schumacher in here. He finished 5th. So Alex, you finished 5th in feature number 1. Tell us how your race went. All right, doesn't look like Schumacher's here at the moment. So we'll just put him back into the waiting room. All right, so while we wait for feature number 2 to set up, we'll go on a little bit of a break. So yeah, go get a snack, go get your drinks. Just kick back and relax until we get feature number 2 set up. Hello and welcome back to the Bundren Lawn Care iRacing series. Today we're now ready for feature number 2 as nightfall is upon us. Hopefully my mic volume is a tad bit better. I turned it down, I guess, when I was in a PlayStation party because I used the same mic for both things. So let me just check the stream here, see if it's all right. It sounds good to me, but I'll wait for the cars to actually start racing. As the field is peeling off, let me get my camera settings back up here. So instead of the whole field inverting, the top 5 are the only ones that are going to invert today. So Sam Brochu is going to go back to 5th. At least that should be how it is. And yes, it is. So starting on the pole for feature number 2, it's Alexander Schumacher. Right beside him is Riley Marabello. Road number 2 is Barrett Polhemus and Blaze McKinney. Oh wait, no. I was looking at the leaderboard. It's Blaze McKinney and Barrett Polhemus. I got them backwards. And then row number 3 is Sam Brochu. Right beside him is, I believe, Ryan Hyatt. Or it's Glenn Bundren. And then rounding out your field is Ryan Hyatt and Max Cost. Jamie Wright's not in this one. Yeah, make a single lap. So it's going to be fun seeing this 21 make his way through the field as the pace cars down pit road. It's Alexander Schumacher leading us to the green in feature number 2. Green flag in the air. Schumacher out to a nice lead already. As Blaze McKinney clears for second. Sam Brochu right behind him. Side by side, that's Riley Marabello. And Barrett Polhemus, that's for 4th. And Barrett will clear for that position. So now Riley falling back a little bit. Glenn Bundren on his back bumper now. As up front, I think Blaze McKinney's going for a pass on Alexander Schumacher. Here he comes. Oh, bit of contact. Almost just turned that 87 around. That slowed down that 68. He's losing another position to Sam Brochu. So Blaze McKinney out front. We heard his strategy. He wanted to try and stay in front of the 21. And so far doing just that. As Barrett's underneath Schumacher. Battle for 3rd. Alexander Schumacher hasn't finished on the podium yet in any of these features. In fact, there's only 2 drivers in here that haven't finished on a podium. That is Riley Marabello. Actually, he might have finished on a podium earlier. So I think the 2 drivers that haven't finished on a podium is Alexander Schumacher and Max Cost. I'm pretty sure, I think Riley has, and I know everyone else has, as they almost just made contact there, sending Alexander Schumacher up into the wall. He's going to drop back to 6th. So after starting on the pole because of the invert, back to 6th he goes. As Blaze McKinney out front, we'll see what happens to that 21. He hasn't had dirty air all day, so we'll see if those tires can push a bit more. We'll see if his car gets a bit tighter by the end of this run. But he is not letting this 87 out of his sights. Blaze McKinney still leading. Sam Brochu right there. Right on his back bumper, trying to look for a run. All over the back bumper of the 87 now. Because if you're Blaze McKinney, how do you hold off the faster car? Maybe try to wear his tires a little bit. As Sam all over that apron, got a bit loose there. Lost a little bit of time, but quickly closes back in on this 87's back bumper. As laps are winding down fast, still a little while to go, but they're going down quickly. Already coming to lap 18. Now, there's no bad blood that came out of it, but these two do have some history all the way back in the first feature at USA International. They wrecked each other battling for second in feature number 1, I believe. So we'll see if they race a bit cleaner here, but this time it's for the lead. As Brochu is all over the back bumper of this 87. Look at that. See, you can see inside the 21. As we know, Sam Brochu's not afraid to use the bumper. But we know how these cars act if you give them a bump and run. It's very hard to give a driver in front of you a bump and run without spinning them out. These cars, their rear wheels just lift up so easily. Looks like we had a battle back here. Yes, Ryan Hyatt and Alexander Schumacher. This is for 6th. Looks like Hyatt is going to take that spot. Brochu with another good run out of turn number 4. He looked very, very strong coming out of 4, but just can't get his car down further down on that inside line coming out of the corner. As we come to lap 25, next lap will be halfway. Ryan Hyatt did make that pass on the 68. He's going to try to set his sights on Glenn Bundren for that top 5. Oh, bit of a bump. And Blaze McKinney is going to go around on the inside lane. And that's going to bring out the caution. Sam Brochu got into the back of the 87 there. We'll go back and take another look at it. He's diving it into the corner. I said if just one wrong tap in the back bumper and it'll lift these rear wheels up, and that's exactly what happened. So go on board with the 21 here. You'll see the 87 right there get out of shape after a little bit of a tap from the 21. And trying to save his race car, Sam Brochu doesn't really make any more contact with him, but it was just already over for the 87. Just locks it down and luckily doesn't hit anything. And Sam Brochu was given an EOL because of that, so now he's going to start all the way in last. And Blaze McKinney, it looks like he got to keep the lead. He never really fully spun. And I guess the caution came out when he was probably in second place. And since Sam Broshu went to the back, he's right back on the pole. But now his tires are going to be a bit worn. So our first caution here at halfway. Barrett's going to choose the inside. That's going to give the outside lane to Glenn. So it's just very unfortunate circumstances there. Just 21 was a lot faster entering the corner and accidentally gave Blaze a bit of a bunt there. And like I said, these cars, their rear wheels, goodness gracious, just lift up so easily. It causes them to spin out a lot. So green flag back in the air. Blaze McKinney and Glenn Bundren as we're halfway through this race. So we'll be keeping an eye on that 21. Who's already working on max cost. As Glenn's going to find a hole below, but now here comes Barrett back underneath for second. Oh, he sends it way in there. A bit of contact with Glenn. Glenn goes way up the racetrack. Is going to lose a lot of time. Schumacher, a bit of contact there. And 3 wide again. Ryan Hyatt underneath Glenn. I'm not sure what happened, if Glenn came down or if Barrett came up. But either way, Glenn way back here now. Go back and take a look at that. Entering turn 3. Looks like maybe a bit of both. The 79 sent it in there. I don't think Glenn realized it. And he almost took the 68 there. So Glenn loses a lot of time. Sam Broshu underneath him now. As Blaze McKinney still leading. Barrett Polhumus trying to close in with Riley Marabello right behind them. Schumacher in 4th and Ryan Hyatt right now in 5th. But he's got Sam Broshu all over his back bumper. So looks like Ryan Hyatt's going to try to battle with Schumacher here. That's for 4th. So we got less than 20 laps to go. Broshu's picking him off. I just don't know if it's fast enough. He's going to pick off the 68 here very fast. So back into the top 5, Sam Broshu goes. But we might see a battle for the lead here soon. Remember, the 87's tires, they might be a bit worn after that spin. But we heard Barrett say he shredded his right front in that last feature race, so we'll see what happens this time. Either way, all 3 of these drivers are hungry for this feature win. They're all looking for their first. Side by side back here, Glenn Bundren trying to get underneath Alexander Schumacher. That's for 6th. And he will make the pass. But Schumacher with a crossover back down low. As I heard someone hit the wall. I don't know if that was Schumacher or someone in front of them. But Ryan Hyatt, he's closed into the back bumper. And look at this. They're battling for the race lead now. If I can get to them. Barrett Polhumus on the outside of Blaze McKinney. And that's going to reel in all other drivers. Riley Marabello, Ryan Hyatt, Sam Broshu, all in this pack. You can put all 5 of them underneath the blanket right now. As Barrett's still trying this outside lane on Blaze. Riley Marabello sticks behind the 92. Ryan Hyatt might look high on the 92 now. As now here comes Sam Broshu underneath Ryan Hyatt. as Blaze will clear. Nowhere for Barrett to go. He's boxed in right now. As all 5 of these drivers just under a blanket right now. As we come to 10 laps to go here in feature number 2. Oh, Blaze McKinney's disappearing. He's back. Riley Marabella. We know his luck on this channel, especially in SRL. Oh, Sam Brochu, very loose. Gets into the side of Ryan Hyatt. Sends him up into the wall. So take the 88 out of the picture now. 21 might be fast enough to still get back up there. As Blaze McKinney's still holding on to this race lead, but he's got company from that 79. Big run for Barrett. He's going to look low. Blaze blocking all the way down low, almost getting his car loose. Trying to win this thing. Barrett's back to his outside, though. Didn't stay up there long as the 87 dove it into the corner. Now Riley might be underneath Barrett. And he is. And now Brochu might be underneath Riley. Everybody just trying to cross each other over. Sam Brochu, here he comes. Trying to get up into that 3rd spot. As Ryan Hyatt, he has reeled these guys back in. Almost into the wall, that 92 goes. 5 laps to go. Barrett's underneath Blaze McKinney. McKinney's crowding him down low. As Brochu, he's going to make the pass for 3rd here, I believe. Yes, he will. As they're side by side for the lead. Almost contact made as Blaze McKinney is giving this 79 no room in the corner. Barrett sends it in. Ryan Hyatt underneath Riley Marabella now. Still no room. Bit of contact made there. Brochu underneath Blaze McKinney now. 3 laps to go. Brochu was sent to the back. Oh, Riley just got turned in the back. No caution. They save it. Keep it green. 2 laps to go for Barrett. Sam Brochu clears for 2nd. We'll go back, take a look at that 92 after this race is over. Barrett looking for his first feature win. Sam Brochu looking for 5 in a row. White flag in the air here in feature number 2. Sam Brochu, will he use the bumper on his teammate? Down the back straightaway for the final time. He's in striking distance. What will happen this corner? He's going to try to send it in. Can he get there? No, he cannot. Barrett Pulhemus is going to win feature number 2. What a battle there at the end. Riley Marabella is going to fall back to 7th, though. But Barrett Pulhemus, first feature win this season. Would have loved that there from Blaze McKinney and Sam Brochu. There's Glenn there as well. Sam Brochu almost there at the end after having to go to the back. Barrett's going to burn it down for these fans. Or at least trying to. Now he's going to park it on the front straightaway. Alright, before we get into the interviews, we'll go back and see what happened to Riley with Ryan Hyatt. So here we come. I believe this is coming to two laps to go. Ryan Hyatt just sends it in. Somehow Riley saves it. I'm not sure how, but he loses all of his track position. So we'll go on board with him. So close to being in this final battle, and then it just gets turned by the 88 there. And what a battle we had there at the end. 5 cars under a blanket. So we'll get into your interviews. So third place finisher was Blaze McKinney, I believe. Let me get in the broadcast booth here. There we go. All right, third place finisher Blaze McKinney almost held it on there at the end, but I think those worn tires after an earlier spin kind of just cost you the win there. How do you feel, man?
Yeah, kind of disappointed, you know. Definitely my tires were shot. There was really nothing I could do there. I mean, I could have drove I could have just blocked and went crazy with it, but I knew he was going to get by me anyways. I tried to hold him off on the outside, but he was too quick on the inside there. It's kind of hard to hold him off. But yeah, the right front was just destroyed. I got loose there in the middle of the run too from the lead and choked it and got in the wall, so that probably didn't help either. But yeah, the spin didn't help. The tires just didn't hold up, so almost had it. Good job on Barrett's part, though. He ran a good race. Sam almost got back up there for the win, too, so that was good. But it's a lot of fun. I had fun, just kind of sucks.
All right, well, 2 podiums to end the night. You got anyone to thank?
Definitely you for putting on the broadcast. You do a great job. Fun for putting this all together, and everybody that's been racing every week. It's been a lot of fun. Bundren Lawn Care, 2 and Iracing, and yeah, that's about it, I think.
All right, congrats on your third place finish to finish out the night, and I'll see you next week at Hickory Speedway.
All right, thank you.
All right, so that was Blaze McKinney. Now we'll bring Sam Brochu in here, who unfortunately couldn't get 5 in a row, but got sent to the back after getting into the back of Blaze there for the lead at the halfway point, and almost came back to get the win, but ended up second behind Barrett. How do you feel?
Yeah, no, I really didn't want to get in the Blaze there, but he just kind of kept backing the corner up further and further. And I felt like I was doing a good job saving my tires there. But I might have pushed him just a little harder than I wanted to, and there was one time where he backed it up a little bit going into 1, and I got into him, and then finally just backed it up enough into 3 and 4 where, I mean, I could have reacted fast enough, but at the time, you know, you're so busy multitasking, I just got into him. And I was hoping he would save it, but, you know, these cars, it's really hard to save them, so. But yeah, I wish I could have gotten through the field just a little bit quicker. There were times, especially running behind Ryan, he was faster than me for a good 5-6 laps, and I feel like that was hurting me just a little bit, not being able to find the line that I wanted to. But, you know, I got around Riley, and if I had gotten around Riley maybe out of 4, I could have had a better shot. Because I was full on planning taking it 3 wide. I just didn't know when it was going to happen, but I was going to take it 3 wide if the opportunity arose. But then we got around Blaze pretty quickly, and then, you know, there was just no time to get to Barrett's inside, and even if I got to his inside, I didn't want to wreck him. I didn't want to, you know, there definitely probably would have been contact, you know, because that's just short track racing, but at the same time, these cars are just so sensitive to rear contact, so I didn't want to dive it into 3, knowing the possible outcome was him spinning and him being mad at me, and I really didn't want that, so I just gladly took a 2nd place, good point stay, and yeah, we'll move on to next week.
All right. Well, you should still be whatever point system we're using, if we even have a point system. You should still be the leader in it by a large margin, with coming into 2 races left. So before you leave here, is there anyone you would like to thank? Any sponsors or any family members?
Yeah, no, just the guys on track. They race really clean, but again, they race really hard and aggressive, and it's a ton of fun when we can get a lot of battles going like this. So just gotta appreciate them for nobody getting mad tonight, nobody, you know, being frustrated, especially Blaze after me getting into him. That was pretty cool that he was as chill about it as he was. So, yeah, just them for racing hard, racing clean, and yeah, let's go into next week.
All right, thank you, Sam. Congrats on your 2 podiums and 1 win tonight. I'll see you at Hickory Speedway.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, and last but not least, your winner, Barrett Polhemus. So, you broke Sam Broshu's streak 4 in a row, and you get it done tonight for your first feature win after passing Blaze in a hard-fought battle. How do you feel?
Yeah, it was a really good race. I mean, it was definitely up and down. You know, having to come from fourth, and it wasn't easy battling through the field. And I thought, you know, I could see that Sam was really was much quicker than Blaze was. So it was just a matter of time before he made the move to get around him. So I was trying to manage saving my tires with trying to push to get up there so I could fill the gap when Sam did make the move. But then they ended up getting together, and Sam took the blame, and he ended up going to the back. And then Blaze got a spot back that put me still in a pretty good spot. I chose the inside behind him just because the outside lane really wasn't working. Once I figured out how to, I could make it stick pretty good, but it still wasn't the preferred groove. So, yeah, we had a few good battles. He messed up and clipped the apron and then got the wall, and then I got underneath him, and I just overdrove it a little bit, trying to clear him. Then he was able to cross me back over, and then I almost got freight trained. So I was lucky that didn't happen. And we found a good little groove again. And then we got side by side with him. This one was on the inside, and we had a really, really good battle there. It was lots of fun. There was contact, but it wasn't egregious, and it wasn't anything that would upset the handling of our cars. And that's just how it should be. It was hard but clean and respectful. So yeah, it was a good race. Happy to finally seal the deal in one of these. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
All right, before you leave here, would you like to thank anybody, any sponsors?
Yeah, just team owner J.O. Lynch and help let me run on his team Spino Racing with my awesome teammates and yeah, that's about it.
All right, congrats on your feature 2 win, and I'll see you at Hickory Speedway next week.
All right, thank you.
So we go, we'll try to pull in Alexander again this time and see if he'll actually talk. Which I believe I can't remember where he finished. Alex.
Hi.
Hello. How did you finished 5th? I know you finished 5th in feature number 1. Where did you finish in feature number 2?
6th. I did not finish better.
All right. How did your feature races go?
It most certainly happened. A race was held.
Yeah.
I was in it. I led some laps, which was great. It was really fun. Just fun battling people. It was really clean for the most part. I didn't have any issues. I had some close calls, maybe with people getting wide and whatnot. I know I had a situation with Glenn where he went up the track and you know, we almost spun, but it was really fun. But yeah, this track was just a blast to drive, and honestly, I loved every second of it, even though I didn't quite get the result I wanted. But I figured that, you know, there's been some progress the way I've been driving the last few races, and that's always great because I know I've been kind of best of the rest in the last few weeks, and then this race I was keeping up with everyone, so that's really good to see. So I think next week's the final race of the season at Nashville, so it'll be really different racing a really big race. I think so. I'm not quite sure, but I think that might be an equalizer, and I might have a shot there. So it should be really fun. And yeah, I definitely had a good view of all the action. I just wish I was a part of it.
To quote you on that, we actually have 2 races left. We go to Hickory next week, and then Nashville for the final race.
There we go. That goes to show how much I've been paying attention. I've been getting an E in class, so that's fine. But yeah, I'll have to get Hickory to purchase that. I quite literally purchased 5 flags beforehand. So I'm happy to own it, obviously, because it's a great track. But I got to get Hickory, so maybe I'll purchase that and get some laps in and come prepared for next week's race and then the season finale at Nashville, where maybe we'll maybe the tire or the speed. I don't know. I'm just kind of hoping for super speedway like conditions where everyone's drafting really close and maybe tires don't matter as much and whatnot. It just seems like once you get into a rhythm, people drive away and you never really can catch them unless there's a caution. So you got to be talented and you got to be really consistent, and that's something you definitely need to have here.
All right. Well, congrats on your finishes tonight, and I'll see you next week at Hickory.
Yeah, sounds good. See you there. Thank you as always. Great broadcast.
All right, and that will do it. 2 very quick feature races here. I believe 1 caution and both plus a caution in the Heat 1 race. So yeah, thank you all for coming out here and joining this stream. Next week will be Hickory Speedway, and then after that will be Nashville for the final race of the season. And so I'll see you guys there.